In one corner, you have the American heavyweight, the undisputed, undefeated champion of the skies. It's the Lockheed Martin F-22 Raptor. It arrived on the scene and changed the game forever. For years it had no equal, no rival. It was, and some say still is, the king. It represents the pinnacle of Western air power, a machine so advanced the US won't export it. It's technological brute force, built to own the sky. And then, in the other corner, emerging from Russia's vast, cold expanses, comes the challenger, the Sukhoi Su57, codenamed Felon, Russia's defiant answer to the Raptor. It's a statement, bold, ambitious, rather handsome, built to go toe-to-toe with the best. While the Raptor is an invisible ghost, the Su-57 is a brawler, new-age stealth, old-school Russian ruggedness, raw, unadulterated power, the underdog aiming for a knockout. This isn't just hardware, this is bigger, a clash of philosophies, a battle of engineering doctrines, a rivalry that shaped global power for decades, meticulous budget-no-object US precision versus resourceful, brilliantly pragmatic, slightly terrifying ingenuity. What happens when these two titans meet? Which comes out on top? The atmosphere is electric, the stakes impossibly high. The world is watching. So, let's settle it. Or at least, let's try. Let's start with how they hide. The F-22 Raptor is obsessed with stealth. It's its party trick. Every single line, every angle, every panel have been painstakingly designed to bounce radar waves away. It's a flying collection of flat, angular surfaces, less like a fighter jet, and more like a piece of airborne origami. The designers were so fanatical, they hid all the weapons inside internal bays. A missile hanging off a wing is like wearing a giant flashing neon sign in a dark room. The Raptor keeps everything tucked away, clean and tidy, making its radar signature reportedly the size of a steel marble. It's a ghost. The Su-57, on the other hand, takes a slightly different, more Russian approach. It's what you might call stealth-ish, chiseled lines, blended wing body design, internal weapons bays for its main missiles, but it's not as fanatically devoted to the cause as the Raptor. You can see some compromises. The engine inlets, for instance, aren't as cunningly hidden. Compare that to the F-22's serpentine ducts. It's a bit like showing up to a black tie event wearing a very smart tuxedo, but with bright red trainers. It's mostly right, but some bits just stand out. This difference in design tells you everything you need to know about their core philosophies. The F-22 is designed to be the invisible assassin. Its whole strategy is based on seeing the enemy long before the enemy has any clue it's even there. It wants to end the fight before it even begins, firing its missiles from complete anonymity. It's a sniper. The Raptor doesn't want a fair fight. It wants to win without the other pilot ever knowing what hit them. It's a ruthless, efficient, and frankly, quite terrifying concept when you think about it. The Su-57, however, seems prepared for the fight to get messy. Its design suggests that while it values stealth, it doesn't rely on it exclusively. It anticipates that it might be seen, and it's built to survive and thrive once the proverbial fists start flying. It has other tricks up its sleeve which we'll get to. So while the F-22 is the pure stealth purist, the Su-57 is more of a jack-of-all-trades. It's stealthy enough to be dangerous, but it's also designed to be a formidable dogfighter if and when its cover is blown. It's a brawler in a ninja suit. Now, for the best bit. E-Troyestein are dusty, are the engines. The F-22 Raptor is propelled by two Pratt & Whitney F-119 engines. These are absolute monsters. They produce an earth-shattering amount of thrust, around 70,000 pounds. The Raptor has more power than it knows what to do with. It can climb straight up into the sky without breaking a sweat. That power enables supercruise, flying supersonic without afterburners. It can cruise at over Mach 1.5. The Su-57 is no slouch. Initially fitted with interim engines, planned upgrade. The Isdalia 30 engines, on paper they're spectacular, designed for enormous power, excellent fuel efficiency, and supercruise capability. Some reports say the Su-57's top speed may exceed the F-22's. The Su-57 could be a speed demon. But power isn't just straight-line speed, it's about what you can do with it. F-22 two-dimensional thrust vectoring nozzles, exhaust directed up, exhaust directed down. That gives the Raptor incredible agility at high and low speeds. Pilot can point the nose one way while the jet moves another. Raw power, plus clever control. A brutal dogfighter, not just fast, brutally agile. Su-57, three-dimensional thrust vectoring, not just up and down, but side to side as well. That promises mind-bending super maneuverability. It can pull post-stall moves like Pugachev's Cobra, where the jet rears up like a snake, and other physics-defying tumbles and spins. Tactical value is debated, but it's wildly unpredictable. A ballet dancer with the heart of a heavyweight boxer. Step inside the F-22's cockpit, and it's surprisingly simple. Gone are the endless dials and switches of older jets. Instead, you get large multi-function LCD screens, glass cockpit. The real magic, however, is something called sensor fusion. The Raptor's powerful Su57 radar, along with a host of other passive sensors, gathers a colossal amount of information about the surrounding airspace. The jet's computers then take all this data, sort through it, and present the pilot with a simple, easy-to-understand picture of the battlefield. It shows you who is friendly, who is not, and where they are long before they can see you. The jet does the hard work, letting the pilot focus on one thing: dominating. The Su-57's cockpit is also a modern glass affair, but it reflects a different way of thinking. Like the F-22, it has large screens and a helmet-mounted display system. But the Russians have packed the Su-57 with an astonishing array of sensors. It doesn't just have a main forward-facing AESA radar in its nose. It also has smaller radars in its wings and radars in other parts of the airframe, giving it a 360-degree view. It even has an advanced infrared search and track, or IRST system, a sort of thermal camera that can spot the heat from an enemy jet's engines, even a stealthy one. It's a very clever way to hunt for ghosts. This is where the philosophical divide becomes clear again. The F-22's system is designed around its own invisibility. It wants to remain a passive, silent observer for as long as possible, using its powerful main radar in quick, hard-to-detect bursts to find and target its enemies from afar. The pilot is presented with a godlike view of the battle, a clear and sanitized picture managed by the aircraft's brilliant computers. It's about information superiority, pure and simple. The pilot isn't just flying a jet, they are managing a network of overwhelming data. The Su-57, with its multitude of sensors, seems built for a more complex and chaotic environment. It seems to assume that it won't always have the luxury of complete invisibility. Its array of radars and the powerful IRST system are designed to find targets in a dirty electronic battlefield, where jamming and other countermeasures are in play. It gives the pilot multiple ways to find and track an enemy. It's a more robust, perhaps more belt and braces approach. The F-22 is a finely tuned instrument. The Su-57 is a multi-tool, ready for anything. So, the moment of truth. Who wins? In a beyond visual range fight, the advantage has to go to the F-22 Raptor. It's what it was born to do. Its extreme stealth means it will almost certainly detect the Su-57 first. The Raptor pilot can track the felon, get into an optimal firing position, unleash a volley of AMRAAMs from its internal bay, all while remaining a ghost on the Su-57's radar. The Russian pilot might not even know they are under attack until their missile warning system starts screaming. In this scenario, the fight is over before it begins. Cold, calculated, and brutally effective.